Hi, everybody, and welcome to today's Wisdom Wednesdays. I am Patrina Wisdom, your Fresh Start Specialist and CEO founder of Mindful Living Incorporated. And today we're going to be talking about awakening emotional intelligence, which is really a subject that I love to talk about because it's something that I'm constantly learning and grow. It's an area of my life that I'm constantly learning and growing in, and that's really learning how to know what's going on with you and how to respond based on what you know is going on with you so that you're not lashing out at people or constantly putting the blame on other people about different situations that have happened in your life. You know, really emotional intelligence is taking full responsibility for your experiences and giving the compassion and the empathy that might be needed for other people as well, because we all have had experiences in our lives that have shaped who we are, how we think, and the beliefs that we have about ourselves. So I'm very excited to jump into my 3 tips for today, 3 tips for awakening emotional intelligence. Our first tip for today is recognize. Recognize the feedback that your body and your emotions are sending you about a person or a situation, because your body never lies and nor does your intuition. So if you're having a negative response to someone or a certain situation or even a position, you know, at a job or whatever it is, some sort of an interaction that's not resonating, that's just not feeling right. Maybe you feel it in your heart. Maybe you feel it in your stomach. You know, maybe you just get really tensed up in your shoulders. Whatever it is, if there's some sort of a body response to a certain situation or person, then I want to invite you to explore that and find out where that's coming from, because that is your intuition and your body talking to you, either telling you no or watch out or something's familiar about this situation. And so that is a very clear invitation to do a little exploration, self-exploration, and go a little bit deeper. Powerful tip number 2 is accept. Accept the discomfort of the truths that may be revealed by a certain situation or person, truths about yourself and the situation itself that may be negative. Don't judge it, just accept it. Because every person and every experience comes into our lives to teach us something. And I really believe that if you understand that concept, then you don't take things personally, right? If you have a negative experience at a job, or if you have a negative experience with a friend or in a relationship, a love relationship, if you truly understand that every situation and every person is put into your life to teach you something, then you really do look at things completely different. It's a whole paradigm shift that takes place because you now appreciate the conflict. You now appreciate the things that you saw within yourself in that situation that you may have not liked, or that you appreciate the parts of yourself that had been revealed that you absolutely love and didn't realize that you had within you. Maybe you realized you had a skill that was dormant, or that you were so full of love, but you just hadn't had an opportunity to tap into it. So there's so much opportunity for us to grow and develop and truly become who we wish to be within each and every relationship we have, whether it's our love partner, our friends, our family, and even strangers on the street. You know, you can really learn a lot about yourself by how you treat strangers out on the street. You know, I always say that, you know, most people don't even make eye contact anymore. So if you just take a moment and be present with people and have that experience, you'd be amazed at the lessons and the experiences and the love sometimes that you can feel just by taking a moment to be present with a total freaking stranger. I like to say also that, because a lot of times in our relationships with strangers in the street, we may come up against anger or frustration or stress or whatever it is, right? Because again, we're all having our own experiences throughout the day. And then, at times we're clashing, we're meeting each other's experiences. And the best way to disarm someone, if you do find yourself in a situation where you've come up against someone else's anger, frustration, or whatever, is to love them. The best way to disarm someone is to love them. All right? So take that into consideration. Accept what's going on, learn from it, and then decide in an emotional, intelligent way how to move forward. And tip number 3 for today would be a little bit repetitive because I got a little bit passionate and went on a tangent. But tip number 3 is be empathetic. Take a moment to consider what the other person may be experiencing. Because awareness of your own actions and what others may or may not be experiencing will allow you to successfully manage your interactions and your relationships with others. And what it'll also do is it will establish you as a person who cares, not only about themselves, but about your experience, about other people. And that, honestly, I believe is something that's lacking. It's lacking in our communities these days. We're so consumed with the distractions, with the cell phones and the computers and the iPads and what's going on in our lives, right? That we sometimes don't take a moment to pause and really engage with someone else and find out what's up for them. So that's actually something I use a lot in my coaching and on my retreats is I allow people space to find out what's up with them, right? Whether it's them asking themselves the question or looking at someone else in their eyes and saying, what's up for you? Because really all people want in their lives is to be seen and to be heard and to feel understood and supported. So I want to challenge you today to take a moment throughout the day at some point and just stop and be present with someone. See them, hear them, make them feel supported and acknowledged. Like my kids want to be supported and acknowledged right now. Well, that wraps up our Wisdom Wednesdays for today. Please visit my website, www.patrinawisdom.com. And please connect with me on Twitter, Facebook a lot, LinkedIn, and all of the other social media outlets. Email me with questions and comments, coaching@patrinawisdom.com. And other than that, I'm also going to put the link right down here to my TED Talk. I had a lot of feedback that they wanted to see the TED Talk. And if you're not already connected with me on social media, then you missed it. So I'm going to put the link right here. If you want to see that TED Talk that I did last week, wow, time flies, then go ahead and visit that YouTube link to check out my TED Talk, From Victim to Victor. And I'll see you next week right here on Wisdom Wednesdays. Bye.